Welcome to Exit the Matrix, Stories of Success, with your host, Jane Slack-Smith, where we celebrate the incredible journeys of individuals who've transcended their limitations and achieved extraordinary success.
Well, here we are again with Exit the Matrix with me, and another week where we get to explore what is it to live a life of abundance in all aspects of your life. Now, we've progressed over the last 27 weeks through, that kind of awareness that things may not be just what you want them to be, the kind of tension that keeps you in the familiar, not going and seeking this life or a different path that could create complete acceptance, wholeness, happiness in your life, and abundance. And before I go on to the next stage, which is really kind of some tools and things that can help people wake up to ways to keep aligned and keep activated in this life of abundance, there's this kind of question about what is abundance and what is wealth abundance, what is spiritual abundance, what is health abundance, what is relationship abundance. And as I was thinking about this week, this name came to mind, which was Faye Chan, who is my incredible guest today, because Faye and I have known each other for many years.
Yes.
And I've engaged Faye, which I will tell you about a bit later, to assist me. But she has had an incredible journey, and there's no one better who can actually take us from one of these experiences of not having financial abundance or having lack, and then the technique that she's uncovered and how she works with her clients to really, I'm just going to say wipe that away, because that has been my experience. But Faye, welcome.
Thank you for that introduction. Wow, I feel embiggened.
You are, in my eyes at least. Look, Faye, we'll put aside what you do now, but you've had experience. You worked with a huge group that helps people budget and get out of real financial debt. You've worked with Landmind and those concepts there. I'm really interested in your experience of the financial lack or the stories that you've seen that people tell themselves and the patterns they create from it, so we can maybe identify with that ourselves.
Yeah, so I do work with a lot of business owners in trying to bust through their own ceilings at the moment, right? So it might come from lack, it might come from patterns that keep repeating itself, it might come from they just know something's blocking them despite trying different strategies. And usually money's the symptom, or the ceiling that they're hitting is the symptom. And what's underneath is actually unknown. You don't know why is it that's impacting that area of your life. Now, it could extend from somewhere else that goes and impacts this area of your life, or it could be direct. It could be as simple as, well, mum and dad said, never show off with your money. You got to work hard for your money. All those cultural understandings of survival money mindset. Or it could be things like self-expression and self-worth. You could have been teased as a young child. You're good for nothing. What do you think you're going to do that for? Nobody's going to listen to you. And so that actually comes up inside of your expression in your work to be able to bust through that ceiling for yourself. And so there's so many different aspects and different elements that can contribute to what we call a money mindset block.
So if I can take you back to the work that you were doing with people, and when they were coming to this organization you were working with, they were in quite desperate times. This isn't kind of like a lot of them were at like, I'm really like, this is the end of, I don't know what to do. You're working with a framework that obviously you went is not really satisfying everything. There's something else going on here. Can you just take me through, were there similarities, or what was the kind of decision point that you went, actually, maybe just giving them a budget and managing the budget's not going to be enough?
Well, there's 2 points, right? So most of the people that came and saw myself at the coalface for budgeting advice was really desperate. They don't know how much they've got. It's always a roundabout, I think it is, like not rigorous with their numbers.
Mm.
And so they're not rigorous with themselves or their lives.
Right. So you saw
Right?
a direct comparison with that.
Yeah, they'll turn up late and then they're late with their bills.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right? Because who you are with your money is exactly who you are with your life.
Right. Okay.
So, and as much as they're desperate, they just needed at that juncture for someone to go, you need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, just follow. And they just needed that backing and support to be able to do that. And then they came to a point where they go, I think I can do A, B, C, and D, E, F myself, and I don't need your help anymore. Now, at that point, they go back into their patterns, and then they go, oh, I need to come back. Or they actually learn. But that's about self-discipline and self-regulation.
So that there is a need. So what I'm hearing is that there's two levels. One is how you do anything is how you do everything, basically. So if you're having a relationship with money that is not how you want it to be, then look at what's the pattern is, and there's probably a pattern playing out in other parts of your life that is similar. And the other thing is by having a path and a bit of a structure of something that's proven gives people a bit of a context to start getting that part of their life in order. But the other thing, which is really the cause of it, potentially, hasn't been addressed.
Correct. And so that's just the strategy of budgeting, right?
Yeah.
You might fix the problem in the meantime to be able to get approval for something, get to your next goal. But then once it's there and the accountability and the responsibility and someone else watching over isn't there, then you're left to your own accord, which means your own subconscious patterns that hasn't been unhooked or unraveled is there controlling you still.
So it strikes me that there's kind of like the same thing can play out on equal sides of this spectrum. One is I don't have the money. I'm always just trying to find the bills. How am I going to get the lunch money for the kids, or how am I going to, pay for the bill? And on the other hand, there's the people who win a lot of money and go back to the way they were before, because in both cases, even though they may have some degree of success, they have got that underlying moment of clarity of, well, what's been driving me? So what happened to you when you were seeing all of these stories play out, maybe people coming back having said, I can do it myself, thanks for the budgeting advice, I got my credit card paid off, I'm all good, ready to go, and they come back. What did you go, what was the turning point or the sliding door moment you went, actually, there's more to this and I need to look into it? Were you already on a path of looking into other things and you thought I can apply what you do, emotional?
Yeah, I already at that time had a personal development background. So I already knew about people attributing meanings, programming, how things are conditioned. And so when it came to a point where I'm going, actually, I'm at a block too, because I'm dealing with people's money mindset, trying to sell them a strategy, when really I need to be attacking the emotional mindset. So, and I'm good at that because of my personal development background. So that's when I changed tax. I changed from the strategic pipeline to the emotional pipeline.
Right. And so how did that look?
That looked like recertifying in a modality that I knew about. It looked like really backing and taking myself on in that area of life. It was scary at the start, but I love it now. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about emotion freedom technique, or EFT. And the first time I ever heard about it, I was at Mindvalley University in Estonia, and I had this pain in my foot. It was really extraordinary pain, a lot of trouble walking. And this guy said, "Oh, let's do some tapping." And I was like,
What
who are you and what are you talking about? And how is this going to help my foot? Like, and I was just like, my logical brain was just like, I'm out. Like, yeah, I can't even commit to this. So, I mean, for people who are sitting there going, tapping, emotional connection, how does physical, what is it? Like, explain it to me and where it comes from. Like,
right. So your emotions actually exist in peptides of cells.
ooh, okay.
So that's why emotions are physical. your body creates, just say, the emotion of heartbreak's kept in your heart, right? And to survive that, your body sends a signal to the brain to go, you need to survive. Let's send more chemicals to that spot. And so the subconscious brain looks for circumstances like that, or creates the circumstances like that, to keep that alive and to keep that survival mechanism alive.
Right.
And so you go through life having the same patterns and going, I can't shift it.
So I can understand this. You have a heartbreak,
Mhm.
and you're saying there's a physical change in your heart. There's a peptide change that can be measured or monitored in your heart.
Mhm. Mhm.
That has been created by the emotion of this
Of
devastation.
heartbreak, whatever the meaning is, right? That's a chemical reaction. It's a
And so
chemical.
that is maintained in your physical cells.
Yep, as a survival mechanism.
And how's that a survival mechanism? It's like, this is here now, so I can remember it so it won't ever happen again? Or is it like, it will happen again? Like, you create the pattern to make it happen again?
To prove yourself right.
Oh, how do you
See,
do
I can't trust him. See, I can't trust that. See, all guys are blah, 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 blah. Or see, they're just crooks. And so you're always protective about something, and it's you're waiting for it to happen, but then you're actually manifesting it. And you go, see, I'm right.
Right. So it's like, I don't want to date the terrible person again who's going to take advantage of me, but maybe I'll have a crack at it. And you date someone, you're like, and you're always testing, going, are they going to cheat on me? Are they going to cheat on me? You give them more and more leeway, and then they do, and you go, there you go.
Yep.
I proved it. And that is a physical part of you that's connected to your emotions and your brain and your subconscious, that is kind of like creating these situations so that you can be proved right. And
so you technically, it's like a virus in the computer script.
Right.
A virus in your brain that's creating a computer script, and that script goes along and collects evidence to prove it right. It's a computer script. And so the more it gathers, the more evidence there is, the more you're right. And so you go through life going, that's the truth.
So we'd rather be right than happy.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
What?
100%. And so my work is to do the uninstallation.
Okay. So talk me through that.
So EFT is emotional freedom techniques. And there's an algorithm of clinical EFT tapping points. So we've had 300 plus clinical studies on this already, right? So it's evidence-based, it's not woo-woo. The meridian system is actually called the primovascular system. It's part of the nervous system.
Right. So, and this is kind of like what the Chinese acupuncture,
Correct.
Yep, okay.
Acupressure points, right? And then where I'm physically touching my body right now is where all the points are.
Right.
For clinical EFT. There's like hundreds of points in your body, but this algorithm is what's been tested.
Right.
And so we deliberately want to bring up where the angst is kept in your body. Yeah. Now, before your prefrontal cortex, your cognitive brain is fully developed at 25, probably 26 or 27 for boys, right? When you experience traumatic incidents, emotional events, stress and anxiety, it's actually kept in your body. It's not kept in your mind to be processed.
Right.
Yeah. And so therefore, when you're angry or when you're upset, disappointed, nervous, you physically feel it. It's in your body. And so the tapping is to deliberately bring that up in your body where it's kept. Now, that's through the talking. So it's like me and you talking, and I'm scripting for you in the session, and I'm bringing it up and I'm asking you questions. And the tapping at the same time helps you discharge the cortisol and discharge the angst. And so we're bringing it up from the body to process.
Right.
Yeah. And the subconscious, where, your filing system is all there. You're asking our filing system all the time where it's kept, how come it's kept there, what happened, who does it sound like, is it my grade 2 teacher, is it, it's bringing up all the files, and we're using the tapping to make sure that the body is relaxed, clear, and discharged. And we're bringing it up for the cognitive brain to process. So it doesn't just remain inert in your subconscious.
And so does it, once you've brought this up or become aware of the potential first activation moment or patterns of this where it's happened in the past, does that then change these peptides in the cell? Like, is that what the scientific proof shows? Or does it take a number of times and they can show that? Or
That's
how's
too
that?
complex for me. I don't know the answer. You'll have to go Google that.
Okay, we'll get on to
Right?
complexity next.
I
Okay,
do.
so
Yeah.
but it doesn't take a lot, like you can hold these patterns and experiences and beliefs and stories for decades.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't take a lot to actually activate this. Like, do you find that, someone who's a little bit, what's going on here, they can still feel into experiencing this and getting the benefit? So, just a quick message. I hope you're enjoying this podcast bonus session. Now, if you have heard this interview, then you're probably sitting there going, what is this all about? Well, this is all about my Exit the Matrix experiment. Now, I decided to write a book because I'm really interested in how do we go from the existence that we have now to exiting the matrix and living with intention from our hearts, following our heart's desires, but also creating abundance in all areas of our lives. And hence, whilst I've been researching this book, I thought, this is a really solitary journey. I want people to come on this journey with me. And hence, I've got this very special group. Now, come and join me. The first month for founders is free. And if you decide to stay, fantastic. So what I'm doing is I'm interviewing incredible people. I'm getting insights about what's this awakening that people are getting? What's the exit the matrix kind of sliding door moment for them? Now, I've obviously run this podcast for over a year now, and I have more than 30 stories, but I'm also interested in those people who are in this transformational space, who are actually not just awakening themselves, and they're awakening others. What is the mechanism? As Bashar talks about it, it's the permission slip. Are they going through astrology or meditation or yoga or breath work? Are they just going within and getting a sense of what's really going on? So that's what all the Exit the Matrix experience is about. I'm going to let you get back to the interview, but if you want to join me, go to exitthematrix.today/ETM with me, which stands for Exit the Matrix with me. So that's exitthematrix.today/ETM with me. Sign up. I'd love for you to come along. I'm creating courses. There's currently courses in there around 4D gratitude. There's more courses to come. I'm creating custom GPTs on how you can exit the matrix and helping you uncover what lies beneath your subconscious and holding you back, and also other custom GPTs that I'm sure you're going to love. And most of the speakers are actually really motivating me. So I'm creating courses, I'm creating ebooks, I'm creating experiments you can try, I'm creating tools that you can use, and I'm also writing a book. So at some stage, I'll get to writing the book. At this moment, it's just all about the research. And I hope you choose to join me because I'm really excited about this experiment. So I'll get back to the interview now. Enjoy yourself. And as always, here's to your success.
Oh, 100%, unless they're completely dissociated.
Right.
Right?
Which they wouldn't even be associated with the fact there's a problem at that stage. So you probably don't even see them.
Yeah, no, I do see them. They know there's a problem, but in the session, I need to get the body to trust me.
Right.
So it's very different, right? So you might turn up to a heart scan and you're there at the surgery going to get your heart scanned, and it's a safe place, but your heart rate's going to go up because the subconscious going, this is a threat. And then they have to give you a drug to bring your heart rate back down to be able to do the test. Right, two different things. So cognitively, you're safe, but the brain's like, no. What is this strange place? Why am I going through that machine? Right, so when you're turning up and you're dissociated, your body's firing off going, I'm not going to tell this lady my deep, dark secrets. I don't know what it is, but it's a skill of the practitioner to try different aspects and different angles to gain the trust until the body has safety signals and there's a trusting signal there. Then we can reach Pandora's box as such.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I don't even know how long it was. Maybe it was like 4 or 5 years ago when I reached out to you and I had seen what you were doing and I still didn't have any idea what it was.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was struggling with, I was waking up every morning so angry with this property developer who had, I don't know if you recall this, who had taken advantage of this
emails,
poor
yeah.
body corporate. These little old ladies were losing money, and we had a unit in this property, and we'd gone to court and we're going to Supreme Court and we're taking him, you know, all of these things happening. But I would wake up every morning so angry. Like I couldn't, it was the first thought of the day. It was like, I can't believe he has done this. This is like the human, you know, bottom feeder kind of thing. And it was, I found it quite liberating trying from my logical mind, watching a process, but then also experiencing the process because I was like, yeah, I'll sign up for 3 one-on-one sessions. And after the first session, I remember waking up the next morning going, God, I can't even remember
what
what
we
that
talked
person's
about.
name
Yeah.
was.
Good.
And then we had the second session, and after that, I was just like, it's a waste of time spending any more time in the third session on this person because I've got nothing. I've got
Yeah.
absolutely no emotion around this.
The charge is unhooked. Yeah.
And I could not believe, and I can't even recall where I had it in my body, but I was shocked by how fast that thing was. And that was something I honestly was waking up daily for a year with. And
Yeah.
and I just felt it was one of those things, you know, one of those things that you just go, yeah, I'm pretty pissed with this, and it makes sense because this person's done this, and I feel on behalf of all the people, and I feel, you know, this shouldn't have happened, and geez, if I was in that state, I could have managed it, and I felt guilt, all of those things. It was kind of like you just get on with life, right? You pull on your big girl pants and you're like, okay, something happened, I can move on. But the relief afterwards of it having that gone, I found that extraordinary experience. Is that kind of the experience that most people have?
100%. Like they're one way coming into the session. We find the source of it, unhook it, uninstall it, and then they go, oh, and it starts subtle. Okay. They've got to say you wake up, you're not feeling angry, but you just get on with it. And then you stop 10 minutes later and go, oh, I didn't feel angry. That's weird. Oh, I like this. And then you just continue with your day. But then the impact is major. Right?
You've already rewired stuff.
Correct.
So with people in, you know, we're obviously talking about abundance, relationships, of wealth, of, you know, connection to others, health, all of these different things. What are the main reasons people would come to you? Like, what have you seen over the years that have been like the biggest issues? Like during COVID, was there anxiety of separation? Like, has there been kind of themes that you've recognized, or is it always?
Yeah. Usually with women, it's usually burnout.
Oh, okay, right.
Burnout, and at this age, self-identity crisis, empty nesters coming up. What do I do with myself? Unexpressed emotion and suppressed wants coming straight back up.
Right.
And, you know, it's the physiological changes in the body as well. But then it's the emotional going, oh my gosh, who am I? And then the people around them going, who are you? What happened? And with children, it's sleep anxieties, nightmares.
You help children as well.
Yeah, love it. Sleep anxieties, nightmares. Back during COVID was school separation.
Yeah.
Like school refusal. And now I'm dealing a lot with performance anxiety in both competition sports as well as like exams and things like that. And then with teens, probably the same issues. I work with neurodivergent children as well. And so it's helping them with their daily regulation, giving them tools and techniques letting them have a time slot where they can just let go and unload, because they don't tell mum and dad the things they tell me.
Yeah.
And with men, men, I think I should charge more for men, because seriously, I have to go to so many different angles in order to like draw the blood from the stone, right? I'm not saying all men are like that.
Yeah.
But I've worked with quite a number of men now. Like 20% of my clientele are men. Surprisingly, I don't know whether I manifested that, but they're just coming, and they're different. And I like working with them, but they're not as connected to their body. They don't drop in quickly. It's all analytical. It's all up here, right? They're trying to assess it and judge it and analyze it. I'm like, no, that's a booby trap, because I'm not wanting you to work it out. There's nothing to work out here. I need it to come up for you. And so for them, it's a lot of trust and connection and awareness that needs to drop back into the body. Yeah, and that takes a bit of work.
Yeah.
Get there first, and then the real work begins, but I have to get them there.
And do you find then, if they're not connected in that way, they're not really connected with what the problem is? Like they come for one thing, but really what is exposed is something completely different?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
that could
there's
be
a few of
characteristic
them.
with everyone, really.
Yeah. I mean, as long as their intention and their willingness is there, and the trust is there as well between client and myself, then I'll be able to get them there. Yeah.
Are kids more open?
100%.
So a lot easier to.
Yeah. Yes, they are open as their individuals, but I'm playing into the dynamic of kids and adults, their parents, right? And there are times when I just go, I think I need to work with the adult, not the children. And I'll suggest that. And some of them lap it up. Some of the parents go, yep, I think I need 3 sessions from you, because what you're saying resonates, and their child's triggering their incompletions from themselves coming up. And then there's some that just think they need to just fix the children, and I'm supposed to fix the children, and won't look into them, when I know it's the clearing that they are that's not allowing their child to come through.
Wow, so many insights. Well, we kind of started the conversation around, the book research around abundance and creating abundance. And, with your background on the financial abundance, it strikes me that there's probably an opportunity to have a bit of an experience of what this could be like, and how we could clear blocks around resisting financial abundance, or what that could mean for us and bring to our lives. So are you open to giving us a bit of an experience on that?
Sure. We can do 1 or 2 rounds, not a problem. You can repeat after me.
Okay.
So we've got the feedback, and
Okay.
people can see and hear what a tapping session sort of looks like. Okay.
Let's go there. Who knows what will come up?
So tapping on the side of your hand. Yeah, on the side of the pinky finger. Yep, there. Okay, so repeating after me. Even though I've got these abundance blocks,
Even though I've got these abundance blocks,
and in particular the financial blocks,
I
don't know where they come from.
I don't know where they come from.
I acknowledge this.
I acknowledge this.
I'm still okay, and I'm still all right.
I'm still okay, and I'm still all right.
Even though I might feel it in my body.
Even though I might feel it in my body.
Whenever I think about money.
Whenever I think about money.
Having more.
Having more.
Creating more.
Creating more.
Or even not having enough.
Or even not having enough.
I feel the feeling in my body.
I feel the feeling in my body.
I acknowledge where it is.
I acknowledge where it is.
I send myself support and love.
I send myself support and love.
Even though it's about following my intuition.
Even though it's about following my intuition.
But there are parts of me that need to go one way.
But there's parts of me that need to go one way.
And parts of me that want to go the other way.
And there's parts of me who want to go the other way.
I don't know how to balance the both.
I don't know how to balance the both.
Or go one way or the other.
Or go one way or the other.
I am conflicted.
I am conflicted.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I accept all that I feel,
I accept all that I feel,
sending myself love and peace.
sending myself love and peace.
I need to follow a pathway,
I need to follow a pathway,
but I'm in this liminal corridor.
but I'm in this lineal corridor.
Liminal corridor.
But I'm in this liminal corridor.
Yeah. And I just have to make forward steps.
And I just have to make forward steps.
And sometimes it's a fight between my mind and my heart.
And sometimes there's a fight between my mind and my heart.
I need to analyze it,
I need to analyze it,
have the ducks in a row,
have the ducks in the row,
feel okay about it
feel okay about it
before stepping on.
before stepping on.
But sometimes I just need to trust.
But sometimes I just need to trust.
I'm standing at the precipice
I'm standing at the precipice
and I need to jump.
and I need to jump.
I wonder if I'm ready.
I wonder if I'm ready.
I wonder where the resistance sits in my body.
I wonder where the resistance sits in my body.
And I wonder what it's trying to tell me.
And I wonder what it's trying to tell me.
It's trying to keep me safe,
It's trying to keep me safe,
trying to keep me protected.
trying to keep me protected.
It's shielding me from something.
It's shielding me from something.
I wonder what it's trying to say.
I wonder what it's trying to say.
Because it comes up at that part of my body
Because it comes up at that part of my body
all the time.
all the time.
I acknowledge the resistance,
I acknowledge the resistance,
and it's okay for me to let it go.
and it's okay for me to let it go.
Even a little bit of it go.
Even a little bit of it go.
So I thank my body
So I thank my body
for allowing me to see this
for allowing me to see this
and feel into it.
and feel into it.
And it's okay to let a little bit of it go,
And it's okay to let a little bit of it go.
as long as I'm backing myself,
As long as I'm backing myself,
supporting myself.
supporting myself,
I'm okay to take the next 2 little steps.
I'm okay to take the next 2 little steps.
I wonder how I feel about that.
I wonder how I feel about that.
I wonder what my body says about that.
I wonder what my body says about that.
So I thank my body
So I thank my body
for its support.
for its support.
I send it gratitude
I send it gratitude,
and I send myself backing.
and I
Send myself backing.
send myself backing.
So as I make these forward steps
So as I make these forward steps
with courage and with love,
with courage and with love,
I acknowledge all that I feel
I acknowledge all that I feel
and send myself trust
and send myself trust
and compassion.
and compassion.
It is done,
It is done,
and all will be well.
and all will be well.
Okay, breathe in and out. So what I did there was global in general, because I can't be too specific, right? But in a session like that, I'll be stopping at multiple points to do check-ins. Yeah. But how do you feel
And
for yourself?
I've experienced this. You go, where was it in your body? And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, it felt like in my tummy, and then I felt it release, and I had a memory or something.
Yeah, because an event would be anchoring that sensation of it's in your stomach.
Mm,
And so the churning sensation or the hard, heavy rock that's in your stomach, it'll be anchored by a memory.
mm.
And my job is to find that memory because that's how it got installed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so do you find it difficult to, like, this general kind of what you've just done, like a group one where you can't do the specific one-on-one, do you find that difficult in not getting the specific feedback and to help people draw that information out?
I find it frustrating. It's not difficult for things to come up in a group. It really is quite easy, but I can't attend to it.
Yeah.
right? I can
But
hot
you're
seat with
using your
someone.
intuition as to what's the next comment or word, aren't you? Like it's not like there's a script. You're really feeling into the person or the energy of what's going to serve them and what's the words that are going to activate this.
Oh, I get the download as such in a group as well.
Yeah.
It says that if someone's flooding over there and dealing with whatever it is, I can just say, just keep tapping and listening, but I have to keep the script going and attend to the others. Right. And then it's up to them to then come and see me individually to really then deeply unhook that. It doesn't mean you don't feel good after group tapping. You will, or even feel good after tapping after a YouTube clip. You will, but it's all just self-regulation, not self-transformation.
Yeah, got it. Well, this is amazing. I really appreciate it. And, your kind of finance background and self-development background, and then experiencing, the fact that there was something holding people back and their patterns were repeating, even though they had the structure which they needed to get out of whatever situation they're in. And then taking that in and finding a way to help people identify with the emotion, where it sits, and releasing it. Like I'm so glad I got a chance to chat to you, because it was striking me that, whilst we're looking for abundance, or we're looking for more, or we're looking for everything, or we're looking for wholeness, often we're stuck in a loop that we can't get out of. And this is just one of those techniques to really release that. So thank you for
My pleasure.
sharing and taking us through the little abundance exercise. I'm going to wait for I've got a little picture here, where is it? All of the abundance of the world falling upon me. Now, how do people reach out to you? What's the best way to get in contact with you?
You can Google me, or my Insta and Facebook, handles is Living Well with Faye.
Perfect. And we'll just put a link below this as well for people. But this has been extraordinary. Thank you so much, Faye. And for those of you who are listening to this and going, I want to know more, well, this is like week 28 of conversations with thought leaders from around the world on creating abundance and living with abundance in your life, and bringing it into your life and having it aligned to your heart's desire. So just one of many different techniques and, I guess, awakening conversations that allow you to be exposed to all of that. And I encourage you to go to exitthematrix.today and /ETM with me. Have a look at all of the interviews, because they're all there. So thank you once again, Faye. I really appreciate you joining and sharing some of your goodness and genius.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Exit the Matrix, Stories of Success. Make sure you subscribe to future episodes at www.exitthematrix.io. Until next time, here's to your success.